How are you all doing today? My name is Chris Trimble of Trimble's Tavern Antiques, and we're here to show you how to clean some older arrowheads that have been mounted on a board for about 70 to 80 years. These particular ones over here were collected by Mr. Sturtevant in Richmond, Virginia back in 1934, and as you can tell by looking at them, they're extremely dirty and nasty, and they've been mounted on a board. In order to correct this problem without damaging the arrowheads, you got to be very careful. You don't want to use any caustic chemicals or so forth, so we just use what is very simply used. I think you all know that product. Just a simple little bit of ammonia in a glass cleaning solution. And what we do is we put it in the microwave in a microwave soft bowl, and we go ahead and put it in the microwave like a cup out of mouth would be in a cup of coffee. We bring it to a boil. As you can see the steam coming off there. We have just a nylon brush, and I usually use a little paintbrush, just the tip of it, to use that to stir. And what you do is you go over here, remove an arrowhead, as you can see, and from the board, and then we just place it into the steaming hot Windex. But if you'll notice, it's kind of hard to see in there. You can already see a color change in the piece. All the nicotine and crud that's been on there over the years from a fireplace and so forth. And it's actually turning the Windex greenish looking. But just from a simple stirring effect, and be careful not to burn yourself when you come out, because they come out hot, 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 hot. And what we do is we just put it on the nylon brush, go back and forth very lightly, not very heavy, and we just flip it back and forth. And it is very hot, so you got to be very careful not to burn your hand even with the arrowhead. And then we go ahead, and if we have any other imperfections, we use dental tools. And you see there's a little crud right in here. So we will use a little dental tool to get any of the glue remnants off, or any little imperfections. We will go ahead and just remove that. I always put a little finger on there once I'm done. You can still see all the crud in that. But you can go back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes I'll re-dip it a little bit to get it rehydrated with water, because the heat of the Windex will actually turn the stone really, really hot. And what happens is it evaporates out. So now we'll just go ahead and use a simple paper towel to dry it off and clean it off. If you look at the paper towel, you'll still see there's a lot of crud on there. Now, we don't want to over clean these. We just want to get the nasties off of it. Now, you see this now. Now, if you remember what it looked like before on the board, you can tell it's a huge difference from that to that. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to pick out another one here that's just nasty. This one has more of the old 1930s glue on it. So we're going to put that in the hot Windex, and we're going to go ahead and stir this around a little bit. Now, you don't have to just do one at a time. You can actually put in 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as you want pretty much, as long as you don't stir it too vigorously. For instance, here we'll go ahead and we'll throw in a bunch more. And you'll see all the colors coming alive from this. But you can see we've got a bunch in here now. And just being careful not to do any chipping or damaging. We just slowly just rotate it around. But you can see, look at the color of the Windex already. From going from this blue color, and see how nasty and green that is now? It's amazing what crud is out there. And you saw how all of them look pretty much the same, all the arrowheads. So when you're cleaning, you just got to be very careful not to too vigorous, and you don't want to chip it or damage any of them. And you'll have glue that's attached to it, so just use your dental tools as necessary to remove any of the glue. Now, some of the more modern glues are going to have to use probably a little alcohol or oil-based product to remove some of the more newer adhesives, just because they're tougher. But just doing that, I'm going to reach in and grab one, But look at the difference in the color just from that. And then we'll go over here. Keep it simple. We'll just go here and just use a little nylon brush. You can see how much I've worn it down from arrowheads over the years just cleaning. But it's just amazing how clean these come out. And before, no one will give me the time of day, but now they're vibrant colored. You don't want to get all the stuff off of it. You want to just get the main crud. But you remember, all these were like a brown and gray and so forth, but this one's just absolutely gorgeous. It's not a great point, but it becomes a better point. It's clean. People can see the beauty in the flakes going across on both sides, where before you couldn't see it at all. Now, sometimes you'll get them in here and they've been cruddy and they're really tough. Like this one, you can see it's still dirty, but it's going to take a little bit more time in the water to clean out. But then you get ones like this that have got all sorts of different colors and you didn't even know where. There's some adhesive on this one. We'll get that little adhesive off there. And this one looks like it's a glue gun that was on there. But now, put it back in there, get on it. We're going to go ahead and just clean that off a little bit more. But just amazing the color that has come out in some of these arrowheads that before, when you go to a shop or to an estate sale, you might see it and it looks really nasty and dirty. You can clean them and some of the colors just pop big time. So you never know what you're going to find. But anyway, when you're done with this, go ahead and wait till it cools down. Get rid of your liquid. You can pretty much get rid of it anywhere. It's not toxic to the environment because it is just plain ammonia and water and a little soap. When you're done with these, I usually let them cool down, and then what I'll do is I'll rinse them under cold water just to get the residue off the points themselves. And that's it. I hope you all enjoy this, and we'll probably have some more cleaning tips on arrowheads and Indian artifacts in the future. You all have a wonderful day.